All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So this is a viewer request, but for sure, if you're looking at the daily percentage, this is a recent runner to say the least. All right, there's actually a lot to like here. All right, and we will very much get into the technical shortly. But real quick, what are we gonna do? Same thing we always do, right? We're gonna take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how this thing is setting up short term. We do have our five moving averages, these horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like, subscribe, share, comment. Anything you can do really does help with the YouTube algorithms. But for real, just being here and giving me your time is beyond appreciated, all right? And look, I'm not perfect, I'm not all knowing, and if you've got better opinions than me, I would love to hear them, all right? So don't hesitate to disagree, all right? Let's get into it. And again, great things. Look, I say it all the time, all right? Really good things happen over the 8 and the 20, these two magic lines, in my opinion. Really bad things happen underneath it. And man, if you can smash four moving averages on a single day, which is what this day does, right? On Friday, we were well below all four of these, right? One, two, three, four. We just kill it. Obviously, Friday actually wasn't the best day, all right? Friday opens at $10 and falls all the way to 8. In a lot of ways, more people probably lost 20% than they actually made any money on that gap up, okay? That said, once we, and I'll be honest, I do regret, I'm not in this right now. I was really looking at this and I didn't. And hey, you can't hit them all, right? But yeah, this thing, once, in my opinion, it crossed the 50% candle line, that would have been an easy like consideration point. Once it got over the top of this 331, that would have been a consideration. And honestly, even if you waited for the break of this 10 line, we'll call it, that was still a little bit more than a 10% swing, right? Because going from 10 to 11 something is again more than 10%, right? So yeah, there was plenty to be made on this stock and plenty of signals. But what I actually really like is it looks like it actually wants to keep going up. All right, our MACD is very much trying to get away from the red line, right? Like that is divergence. That's beautiful, right? I'm actually seeing the same thing on the RSI. I wish the slopes were just a little more similar. This is a little flatter than this one, but look, that 68 number is 67. Whoop. That's still low. All right. Like we got plenty of room before I'm going to get worried. And honestly, I feel like we should get to this 13 line, right? Because what's happening in this channel? A whole mess of nothing, right? Until the end of February. And all that really happens in February is a green, 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 and a red, 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 red. Like this is actually a pretty easy channel. So I'm going to go ahead and set my alert for a penny higher. If this thing goes to 1132, sorry to go a little too high. Yeah, I want to know because again, if it keeps going up, it should want to keep going up, you know? What's 50% of this candle? Oh, interesting. You can see that's pretty much what we wicked. You know, maybe the better alert actually would have been that. I'm going to go ahead and draw this 50% candle line. And I'm going to set my alert again at 1173. Let me know a penny over that too. Again, I'm adding this just to give us an idea of what might cap it and actually pretty much wick there. But one more time, the 10 to 13 channel, which is originally what I had before the couple seconds ago, that's a sexy, sexy channel for sure, for sure. And look, this 50% candle actually almost is 50% candle of this. So yeah, again, 1132 is really what I do want to know. It's not a beautiful swing from the 32 to the 72, but yeah, it's about a 5%. Or again, the goal would be smashing this one and going to there. So I'm actually not taking that back. Volume did go down since yesterday, but that's still not like tomorrow. Let's at least hold 50 million or go a little higher. All right. Look, I normally don't do this. I don't really care at all what post market looks like. It's going down a little bit, but not that much. That's good, actually, in my opinion. Cool. Again, let me know if we get a penny higher than today. What does this weekly look like? Okay, that's a nice weekly. Last week we broke two lines on a single candle. This is what good confirmation means to me if you're gonna do that. So again, the weekly looks nice. That's really weird that the RSI is going down. I will be really honest with you, but MACD's actually had a really nice uptrend going. It's a little further from the zero line than I'd really like it to be, but 80% of the work is up here. I very much love that the two important lines, in my opinion, look like they want to keep going up, actually. So this does look good. And if I'm not mistaken, this gap up was actually because of good earnings news. So there's actually news behind why this is going. It's not just, meme army or whatever, right? But yeah, this actually does look really, really nice, all right? Okay, IDEX. Listen, I made a video about this not that long ago bashing the stock, all right? And I'm not gonna like pretend I didn't do that and all that sort of stuff. I really, really do want to stress though, honestly, there are not a lot of indicators. There are not a lot of like technical analysis. There is very, very little that'll kind of give you the notice before it happens that, you know what, after all this red down, we're finally going to drop this super silly lineup. And look, I know it only looks like pennies, but to go from basically like 3 cents to almost 6 cents, but let's even go from 3 to 5, that's at least a 50 burger, right? So I really, really hope that like you watching this isn't a belief that I'm going to tell you when these days are going to happen. All right. However, there's a lot of good technical analysis happening here. And what I like to do when I do my recent runner videos is more, is this going to sustain or is this just a pump and dump? Right. And really the whole story here is the 8 moving average. All right. So this day breaks the 8. We very much tested the 20, and a lot of people really thought we were going to smash the 20 and keep going up, right? We go down, and then a doji on Friday. Almost every time you see this, you're going to hear me say it. The day after the doji is normally super, super indicative of what the truth is. Now, I know that there's a 14 banger gap up, but this is another doji, all right? And again, there's no guarantee that tomorrow's going to break this 20 line, but for real, if it does, I think it might be a really quick fly to this 9 cent line. All right. And honestly, I'm going to be setting my alert at 6 cents. I really, really wish I had more decimals so I can get like a better, more accurate alert. But basically, what I'm looking for is essentially the open of this 419 date. All right. You can go a little higher and maybe do 50% candle. Even the top of it, look, this whole thing basically happens in a 6 cent range, all right? And let me just go how much higher till 7? Actually, a lot. Okay, so if I had to guess, basically from 6 cents on the dot to roughly 6.5 cents is the only resistance before the 50 right here. You know what I mean? I'm going to zoom out on the weekly to make sure that that's accurate. Yeah, for sure. There is nothing going on between 6 cents and 9 cents, right? So yeah, I'll be honest. I think tomorrow is going to be really indicative. We're either going to break the 50 and smash, or we're actually going to really hard fail this and probably come back down to 4 cents. If not, maybe even 50% candle of this at around 3 cents. So, back-to-back dojis. Dojis don't count. And again, I'm actually almost disregarding this 14% day today. I don't think you can use today's 14 banger to assume we're going to break the 20. Because look, let's just zoom out a little bit real quick. We've been under the 20 moving average, this orange line, for a pretty long time. Really since at least February, right? And this was a little pretty insignificant break. Really didn't break it that much. And after that little moment, I mean, we have been under the 8 and the 20 for a while, all right? We've seen the 8 curve up only to fit like, for me, you gotta break this. And again, it might even be worth waiting for like 6.5 cents. Because again, going from 6.5 cents to 9 cents is almost 50%. You're adding a little less than 3 cents on that 6 cent, 6.5 cent, right? So don't get too greedy. And for real, do not assume we're gonna break it. But if we break the 20, this can go silly for sure. So again, I'm just gonna flash what is after hours looking like. Nothing. It's flat. I'll take that. Again, I do not care about after hours or pre-market. And in all honesty, if this thing was to gap up during after hours or pre-market, I probably would stay away. I want this to open right around here, and then I want to ride it up during regular hours, in my opinion. So, hey, these are just my thoughts. These are pretty hot stocks, though. I will say that for sure. So, appreciate your time. Thank you. Thank you.